Well, hello. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to another episode in our, another stream, in our Maserati F1 Manager series. And you join us as we're just heading out on track in qualifying in Hungary. Uvude, hello, buddy. I'm very well, mate. How are you? Hope you're well. And hope everyone else is doing well. Hope you've had a good start to the week. And yeah, normally we're straight into the race, but actually you're joining us out on track as we are in Q1 at the Hungaroring in Hungary at Budapest. So we'll see how we go. We just started the session, so we're actually getting straight into this one. And we'll see how our first laps go. Henry, hello. Yes, I'm good, thank you. How are you? All right, let's see how we go then in these first laps. Looks like traffic should be all right. Which mod is this, mate? This is the F1 Manager 2025 mod. As Maloney has locked up. That's a bit frustrating. Let's call him in because that's going to ruin his flying lap.
Take a look here. Now we're watching the action closely here.
So he's a Maloney.
Things were going smoothly. And
not great.
The lockup.
That was his flying lap, so that's ruined. So we'll call him in, and Colapinto will hopefully still set his lap. Goes purple because he's the only one, well, he's the first one through that timing zone, sector one. I'm good. The weather, the hay fever is a pain, but I'm good. Yeah, hay fever is kicking right off this last week or so. But it is nice and warm this week. Can't complain about that. All right, Colapinto, let's see what he does then. He will be the first one through, though, so we're not really going to know. But Sainz was very slow there.
Copy.
Let's get Maloney set up to go again, then. Same with Colapinto. I'll go right out at the end of the session now. Super hot in it. It is very hot indeed. Addy, hello, buddy. How's it going? Right. Glitching out, not letting me send them out, so let's just sort that out. There we go. Yes, it is very hot. I never used to have a hay fever until I become a type 1 diabetic, but just dealt with it. Tomorrow, Man United prediction. Well, you're a day early. You're a day early. 2 days. 2 days till Thursday. You had me worried there. To be honest, prediction, I don't know, but to be honest, I'll take a draw. Any kind of draw. Just don't want to lose, basically. We're away in that first leg, so as long as we don't lose that first leg, because I think if we lose, they can just come to Old Trafford, sit in tight, and then it'll get very nervous, so I'll take a draw. Even if it is a boring goalless draw, I'd take it, to be honest with you. But I can't see it being goalless, so right, let me just get these back out. Alright, are we going to be able to get out of Q1? The car at the moment probably suggests no, but let's see. Busy old track now as well. Get back to the chat in a moment. Bear with. Right, Colapinto, let's just, I'll do these flying laps. Talking about football, Liverpool. Oh, Lance, don't give me the Liverpool stuff in the chat. I'll catch up in the chat. 2 seconds. Let's just see these flying laps. So, Colapinto, his flying lap underway. So is Maloney. Maloney's a little bit further back. It's a 26.3 for Colapinto through that first sector. 26.3. What does Maloney do? 26.6. So, just over 2 tenths behind on his teammate. So, advantage to Colapinto. Colapinto 17th after that first run. He is going quicker. And it is a 25.7, near enough a 25.8 through that second sector. 25.7. What? And Maloney's gone a little bit quicker. So it's about 2 tenths now. Advantage to Colapinto, just under. Colapinto then to the line. DRS open. Does he go quicker? Yes, he does. He's up to P14 at the moment. Still others on laps. What can Maloney do? At the moment, he's probably going to go to about P18 unless he's nailed this final sector. And it is P18. We got that absolutely correct. In-lap. Bearman, the only one on a flying lap. So that does mean Colapinto is through. But Maloney is going to be at least a P18 here. Will it be P19? As here comes Ollie Bearman. Across the line. Bearman does jump to 18. So Maloney qualifies discipline P19, but Colapinto safely through to Q2. Supported Liverpool since 2017, so not some glory hunter. Started watching football 2017, not a problem. Well, I used to be called a glory hunter, especially, you know, in the early 2000s, but certainly not called a glory hunter these days. Where were we then? So Henry, your prediction for Miami. My predictions have been wrong all season, so let's just carry that on, shall we? So I'm gonna go bold with Leclerc. I'm gonna go a Leclerc pole. I don't know where that's coming from, but I'm gonna go Leclerc pole, Piastri second, Lando Norris third. That's what I'm going for. By the way, not going to lie, being a regular, so good on the stream. Enjoy it. Thanks, Addy. I'd take a 1-1 draw. Yeah, I'd take a draw. Goalless or a score draw I'd take. If we won, incredible. Say something about my AFC Bournemouth now is better side in the league than Man United. Not historically, just in this season. Yeah, Bournemouth have been really good this year. Playing good football as well. United have just been absolutely awful this year. Especially in the league. It's been dreadful. If it wasn't for the Europa League, I would be, yeah, just waiting for this season to come to an end. So, we've got a little bit of hope with the Europa. Lance, wait, you're a United fan? Yes, I am, unfortunately, these days. Yeah, Bournemouth manager, very good indeed. Same Maloney been sunning in the sun too much, 19th, yeah. The Barbados boy. That can't be a glory hunter when the team never win. Exactly. I think Man City supporters have taken the glory hunter vibe off United now. So, all right, let's get into Q2.
Okay, green light.
We haven't got many tyres, have we? Let's just go for one run right at the end of the session. Don't think we're expecting any rain or anything. No. Well, everyone came from nowhere, supported City. They had no supporters. It's always the way, though. If a team is, if it's a really good team, they're the team that most young kids start to support. If you're a young kid now and you're just getting into football, why really would you support United unless there's someone in your family supporting them? Because they don't really, with their football, entice you to be a supporter. Noob. Yeah, it's Noob Games. Changed my name. No worries, Noob. How's it going? Hope you're well. Alright, let's get Franco out then. See what we do in Q2. Not expecting to get through to Q3. Anything higher than 16th would be lovely. Nearly time to rescue Bottas or K-Mag Khalifa. Not sure. Lance, but how is that fun? Yeah, I don't know really. It's just... I think it always seems to be the way though, because United obviously had a lot of supporters late 90s, early 2000s, and then Chelsea had their little spell and there was Chelsea fans coming about, and now it's Man City. Right, Colapinto hasn't set a time then. He's now coming to the line. What is this lap going to do for him? P13. Not too bad. But we've got Doohan and Lawson on flyers. Doohan's going to be across the line first. So... let's see. Here he comes. It's going to be at least P15 for us. And it might actually be P15 because Doohan's knocked us down to P14. Does Lawson knock us down to P15? No, he doesn't. He can't improve Lawson. And Leclerc is knocked out in Q2 for Ferrari, whilst Hamilton is at the top of the timing sheet. There we go. Colapinto is out. So, let us see then what happened in Q3. And Max Verstappen puts it on pole. George Russell second, Oscar Piastri third, Kimi Antonelli fourth, Lando Norris fifth, Hamilton sixth, Yuki Tsunoda seventh, Carlos Sainz in the Williams in eighth, and then the two Astons, Alonso and Stroll, 9th and 10th. As we saw, we're going to start 14th with Colapinto, and I believe it was it 19th in the end with Maloney, I think. Right, let's jump into some strategy then. Looks like it's going to be a full race of sun here. Wow, they're putting Colapinto on a freeze stopper. We've got a medium, we have got a soft. Can we make this work for... No. Okay, that's not going to work. So, what are they suggesting? Soft, hard, medium. He's starting right at the back though, so I'm not against that. Not against that, but I wouldn't mind starting on the harder compound tyre. Just in case we can take advantage of safety cars early on. Right, let's go with that. Happy with that. Lance knocks out Leclerc, yeah. Well, Liverpool could very well end up with a number of glory hunters too now. Yeah, I mean, I guess a traditional glory hunter is someone who just jumps team to team and just supports the best team. That is a glorified glory hunter. I just think if you're a young kid getting into football and you don't support your local team, it's just natural that you're going to... If you haven't got teams supporting that, it's just natural to levitate to support the best team. You know, if you're watching the Premier League this season, you're more likely to support Liverpool than you are Ipswich or United for that reason, really. Right, I don't know if I'm a fan of this free stopper, I must admit. It's not... What does that do for us? Just saying this free stopper is going to be quicker though. I really don't like hards at the end though. I'm not a fan of that. Don't worry, we're not putting the inters on. Alright, let's have a look here. Could we go aggressive on that medium as well? Oh no, now we're all over the place. What's going on, chat? Right. Hold, bear with. Probably move that there. We could probably go there. No, I think we're gonna have to go standard. Right, let's go with that. Let's go with that. So for some reason, it is saying the free stopper is quicker. Minimal, but hey ho, let's mix it up a bit. At least it makes the race fun. Let's put this on. Let's not make the error we did last race. Cool. There's those people who say I supported that team for years before they were good. Yeah, there's always that. A lot of them come from MLS to the Premiership. That's become an excuse for half the people supporting Man City. Free stop. Yeah, I'm going to go for a free stop with Colapinto, just for a different strategy, Maloney. I knew a total glory hunter. He was a Man United supporter when I first knew the guy. Then he was a City fan. Last time I saw the guy, he was a Liverpool fan. Jesus. Crazy Kai, cheese and bread. Matt, not bad qualifying. Yeah, not bad for Colapinto. So Colapinto's going to start 14th. Maloney 19th. Let me know in the comments where you think we're going to end up here. Where is Colapinto going to finish? Where's Maloney going to finish? Let me know in the comments. And let's crack on and start this Hungarian Grand Prix.
Well then, it's not long until we get started here.
It's not long at all.
Here we go.
Because we're starting
with the
right now
Hungarian
then.
Grand Prix.
As Max Verstappen's going to get us underway.
And it's lights out.
And here we go
and
then.
away
Let's see
we go.
how we go. 70 laps on the Hungaroring. We're starting 14th for Colapinto. Well, it was 19th for Maloney. Maloney's 21st. He's had a bit of a shocking getaway there by the looks of it. He is on those hard tyres, of course, so probably not the best tyre to launch off the start there with. Colapinto has maintained 14th, and the inside here is opened up nicely, perhaps for a double overtake. And it does indeed, but Albon still there. Colapinto, though, is liking that, and it is a double overtake from 14th to 12th. Lovely work there. Have a look at that again.
Now here we are tackling turn 3.
Not the best of angles here.
And they squeeze by.
Well, there we go. Good work from Franco. Let's have a look at tyres then. Very mixed grid, but where Maloney started, unfortunately, was around soft runners, so that's probably why he was overtaken. Colapinto in between a hard and a medium here. But yeah, quite mixed up and down the grid there. Max, not a great start for Maloney. No, poor start from Maloney. Noob's going 10th for Colapinto. I'll take that. Maloney 15th. How would you rate the Miami racetrack, though?
DRS enable.
How would I rate Miami? I'm not a massive fan, to be honest with you. I think it's been built for modern Formula One, as in long straights with DRS to allow overtakes. You know, I like to see it overtaking into corners, getting into that apex, rather than just a massive long straight. And Colapinto is continuing his surge, but Maloney is down to last place, so
Try to recover your
very different opening 2 laps for our 2 drivers here. Colapinto into P11, whilst Maloney's gone down to dead last.
Let's take a look at the replay. Now
And here we go, replay then of Colapinto, making that move on strong, around the outside. Great work. But we do need to settle down now a little bit into this strategy with both drivers.
Try to pull down a bit more on your tires.
Sainz is down to 78%.
Yeah.
Not ideal for him. Lower the race sound. Yeah, I've been having some issues with the sound. Is it still the engine sound quite loud? It's my mic. For some reason, the mic level has dropped on my recording. I've not changed any settings. I think it was a recent update. Let me bump some of this down. Let me know if that's better.
All the time you have to leave a space.
Max has been followed on Twitch. Harry, what happened to Alonso and Ricardo? New series, buddy. So that's the Team Lotus series. We started a Maserati series, which is this one here. Okay, I've got sound low, the race sound. Is the sound better? Hopefully. Let me know in the chat. Miami should have been closer to the river and bay rather than near the Miami Dolphins hard track. Don't call me buddy, bro. Don't call me bro, buddy. Right, Colapinto, P11. He's just dropped off Sainz's DRS momentarily here, though. Maloney right at the back of the grid. If you're jumping in the stream, if you haven't already, do smash that like button. And I say, let me know in the comments that the sound is all okay now. PSG Arsenal predictions. Yes, that's tonight, isn't it? I was about to say what news has beat me to it. I was about to go 2-1 PSG as Stroll is getting back past Colapinto. Yeah, I fancy a 2-1 PSG, to be honest with you. I think both teams will score. Alright, we're going to have to ease off this fuel a little bit now. Alright, we're 4 laps in. Colapinto, P12. Tyres 81%. Sainz is really using his tyres. When are we due to lap here? Lap 15. Maloney, that's a long old stint, isn't it? Lap 31. He's having a little lonely races, Maloney, right at the back. So we'll see how that goes. PSG, the French version of Man City. Well, even worse, though, is that, you know, they just have no competition in that league, do they? For the championship. Right, Colapinto is going to have DRS on Stroll, but he has got Albon right behind him. Any points for this season? Yes, Max, we have scored in a few races, actually, surprisingly, starting with the worst car this year. We've got a bit lucky on a few races, but yeah, we've scored in 4 races, I think. I think we're on 17 points, something like that. As we've got a yellow flag. Not Maloney, hopefully. No, Bortoletto's had a lock-up.
Okay, so heading into turn 1 here.
Next to his teammate, Nico Hülkenberg.
Struggling with the car. And hopefully there's not too much damage to the tyres.
That's a big old lock-up. That's not going to be great for his tyres. What is Bortoletto on? He's on softs, down to 58%. Ouch. I hope it's not boring enough so I don't sit back. I think it'll be quite an attacking game. I won't see the first half, though.
Copy.
Oh, no, you know what we've done? We've done the schoolboy error again, not swapped the parts, haven't we? Oh, no, chat. This might be a short race. We might be doing 2 races. This is because I normally don't do qualifying live, and we went straight into qualifying. We didn't swap the engine, so Maloney's running a 1% engine, so that's why he's right at the back. Oh dear, chat, that's not good. That's oh, that is all sorts of bad. Maloney's is down to 15%, so I'm just out here making rookie mistakes, really. So this could be a bit of a bore of a race. Not good as Albon gets past Colapinto. Oh, why does this is the one thing I need from this game, is when you start qualifying, it needs to give you a message to say you've got warm car parts on. I'd set up the stream tonight, obviously finishing practice and coming straight into qualifying, so I'd completely forgot, obviously, because it was yesterday I did that, and then coming in today, starting qualifying, it doesn't tell me we've got warm parts, so we're absolutely screwed there, because Maloney has got a 1% engine, so that's about to blow up at any moment. And Colapinto has got a 15% engine, 34% ERS, and a 62% gearbox. I don't know how he got through to Q2 with that, but good on him. But hey ho, we'll stick with it. We'll see what happens. Who knows? Interesting times. But yeah, he's just going to lose time. I think he's going backwards. We might just be best forwarding most of this and getting into another one. Because I think we're just, we're not going to do anything with that.
Yeah, keep doing your best.
Bortoletto back past Maloney. I think I might have to forward some of this race, chat, and get into another one because I don't think we're going to get the best of results here with that going on. When that major fault is going to screw you if you lose turn of position, retire the car. Yeah, I mean the car's he's going to retire anyway. It's weird though. He's got a 1% engine. No fault with the engine though. That is a well-manufactured engine because it's at 1% and it's got no fault. Alright, we're gonna speed this race. We're gonna speed through this race and get into the next one because there's nothing I can do about that. We're just we'll speed through it, see what happens, and then we'll get into another race weekend. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. Colapinto, though, is continuing to fight, isn't he? Bortoletto pits. We can wear these parts anyway, because they're old parts, so it doesn't really matter if we retire. But, as you know, if you watch the streams regularly, we don't normally do this. But, as I say, it's just... we're not in for a good result here with that significant of warm parts. Sainz and Hulkenberg in the pits. Colapinto still fighting with Ocon. Gonna get an overtake here, Franco. No, he's not. Lap 15 is Colapinto's pit stop. And there we go. Terminal engine as Antonelli's locking up. There we go. There's Maloney, and that's worked lovely for Colapinto's pit stop. Maloney is out. There we go. Engine is gone. Engine has fully gone there. Surprised that's not a red flag, really, because he's right in the middle of the track. But there we go. He causes a safety car. Maybe his teammate can take advantage of that. I'll be right back. Califat just asked to pick my nephew up from the train station. No worries, buddy. I don't think you're going to miss too much in this one, but we'll try a speed run through and get a second race in today's stream. Has a lot of pit activity then because of the safety car. And 2.6 stop, we'll take that. Let's forward on till this safety car ends. Safety car's not actually out of the pits yet. Most of the grid pitting. Right, let's forward on, get this restart underway. Well, we're going to continue forward on because, as I say, Colapinto, 15% engine. He's not got what he needs to fight in this one, so we're going to forward through this one, get another race underway. Get another one underway, hopefully. We don't make that same mistake. Safety car's going for another lap by the looks of it. But yeah, someone asked for my Miami prediction. What about yours, chat, in Miami? Give me your quali top 3 and your race result top 3. Just while we forward across this, we may as well chill out, have a bit of a chat, and then we'll get back on the racetrack for the next race weekend. My mistake on this one. It's unfortunate. Colapinto's still battling away, though, isn't he? He doesn't want to be using that much of his battery, which he has used, but that's fine. So Maloney out, had a 1% engine, so yeah, got him to 10-11 laps into the race. And Colapinto might be struggling to finish as well at this rate, but we'll see. When's he next due in? Lap 35. As we've got a crash, Hamilton maybe, or Hadjar.
And now we've had a crash.
No, it's Hadjar at the back. Oh, with his teammate Lawson. And the two RBs come together then. Wendy, let this be a lesson to always double check your parts to avoid this situation. Yeah, I know. Absolutely awful memory. But yeah, I do need to get that into my muscle memory to always double check. Qual top 3, I'm guessing Piastri 3rd, Russell 2nd, and 1st Lando. Like it. No Verstappen in there. Lap 35, Stroll and Sainz back into the pits. We'll keep running whilst we can, just in case something odd happens and we can take advantage. Behrman's got a puncture out there. Feel like Red Bull won't have the car for Miami. Yeah, I don't know though, because you often think that with Red Bull and Max just can pull results out of nowhere. Finley, Howes, Maloney out. We've made a schoolboy error as we've started this race with worn car parts. So Maloney had a 1% engine, which is given out. And Colapinto, not much better. So we're speed running through this race to quickly get on to another race. So we're going to do 2 races in this stream. Or technically 1, because we're not really watching this race. But yeah, so that's on us really with Maloney retiring. So Russell leads. Lap 30 out of 70. Hamilton overtakes Colapinto. He has stopped though. There's Hamilton. We're going to lap 35, aren't we here?
Obvious.
And we can just attack into this pit stop. So Maloney, the only one out so far. Are we going to get any more drama here? Or is it just us providing the drama in this one? Right, let's get Colapinto in. Let's get Franco in. Struggling with that engine, but he's still staying in contention, funny enough. But let's just see how it goes. Finley, let's just hope Colapinto finishes. Yeah, we'll see. It'll be touch and go. Colapinto doing well on that second stint. You cook's not going to lie. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Hey, this never happened. This never happened. 2.9, nice slow stop to top it all off. Where does he filter out? In 16th. Only half race distance, so we've got more people to pit. Alright, let's keep on going. Let's keep on pushing him through. See where he ends up. Doesn't look like he's going to finish last, though.
Oh, no. That's a slow
Gasly's had a pit stop
there.
issue. Yeah, I feel it's just so hard to predict this season because although McLaren have the fastest car, they sometimes don't fulfill it in quali. Max, you never know what's going to happen. That Red Bull could be difficult to even get through to Q3, but he'll put it on pole. And then Ferrari and Mercedes can be a little bit hit and miss. Although George has been quite consistent this year, to be fair. He's quietly going about his business in the Merc. Alonso. Is Alonso retiring here? Alonso might be out as well here.
I don't have deployment.
Oh, he's ran out of VRS. They usually don't retire. Is this a double mechanical fault? What's going on now?
Is the battery okay, or I can do something else?
Still the battery. Piastri says fast lap, so Alonso's going to be very slow. But I don't think we're really racing. What's Gasly saying? He's just stopped. We won't really know where we are until that final stint, but we're not going to be very quick. Ease off the engine. The more you push, the more damage you'll do. Oh, yeah, very true, very true. But this engine is going in the bin after this race, so we may as well absolutely kill it. When's the last stop? Lap 55, right. Let's get to lap 55, see that final stop. Then we'll jump into the next race. We'll skip free practice so we don't see that. We'll get there as quick as we can. Red Bull need a more experienced driver in the second seat. Yeah, but to be fair, they've had that in Sergio
Down the
Perez.
pits. Oh, that's a slow
And
one.
Yuki, what? He's got 4 or 5 years now in Formula 1? Can't remember when Yuki joined RB. But he's been there quite a while. I think it's tough for anyone in that second Red Bull seat, in all honesty. Alonso still going about his business with no deployment. Seb, I use Colapinto and Maloney too. Must be the most common. Nice. Yeah, I've not seen it. Good on you. Yeah, so if you are dropping in, we're just speed running through this one to get to the next race weekend because we've got warm parts on the car, so we're a bit handicapped in what we can do here today at this racetrack. We're just trying to get to lap 55, and then we'll be on our final stint on the softs, and then we'll see where we end up. Colapinto is currently running P12 though. He's had pretty good pace considering the problems he's got as Sainz drops into the pits. Alonso, we're quite close to Alonso. Alonso going backwards. Trying to attack on these final laps. I just use Perez and Maloney. What do you find the best way to upgrade effectively as a bad team? Design-wise, I'd use a lot of your CFD and wind tunnel time and put that on cornering, so underfloors and front wings especially. Max out sort of cornering. One engineer at a time. The longer the project, the more expertise you get for it. And as soon as you've done one underfloor, go and do another one because you'll get that expertise for the next round of design. So follow it up with the same part, the next design.
And there's been a slow pit stop.
Right, Colapinto's made his final stop and he's out in 13th. But his issue's now getting worse. Lawson's got a puncture. Viesti, hi, how are you? Yes, very well, thanks. How are you? In my F1 save, Colapinto got stolen by Sauber, so I replaced him with Say Maloney. There's a lot of Maloney and Colapintos going about in different universes then. Is doing intense in that case worth it or just stick to normal? I don't tend to do intense, no. As we've got a virtual safety car, I would just do normal, one engineer at a time. What has happened here then? Behrman, Ollie Behrman, who was at the back, I believe, has had a crash. He's had a few crashes this season. Oh my god, he's lost the whole front nose. Ollie Behrman's out then.
While all that was happening, the crew in the garage could do nothing but watch on.
No worries, Seb. Yeah, in my bio, you'll find my YouTube channel. In there is a playlist for tips and guides. One of them is on design, so check that out. Right, let's get to the end of this race, shall we? Good, just got some Sim F1, good stuff. P10 would be ideal, but I just don't see that happening. No, it's a long shot. It's a long shot. Lagan, hi, how's it going? Seb, thanks for the gift, much appreciated, buddy. Right, safety car's ending. 10 laps to go, then we'll actually get into some race action, hopefully, on the next one. Colapinto now, 4 seconds. Oh god, we haven't changed anything. Look, we're all over the place today. We've got 62%. Let's use a bit of battery here. Colapinto is going to get past Fernando Alonso here, though. I say that. He's trying. He should be getting past him now. He does. Got another
Now
yellow flag. Got another crash. Another RB driver involved. Adjar again. And this time, this is what he done earlier in the race on his teammate. This time he's clipping a kick Sauber. I'm playing some F1 Manager right now. Lovely stuff.
Copy.
Who's your favourite F1 and F2 driver? I'd say in Formula 1, I support the team. I support the team more than the driver. So McLaren's my team, so I'd say Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris. Or F1. F2 driver, not really got a favourite driver, but most excited by a driver that we signed in our Team Lotus series in F1 Manager, which is Arvid Lindblad. I'm very interested to see Lindblad and what he can do. He's making a good start in F2, so yeah, I think he's certainly on his way to Formula 1. What about yourself? Points on here? I don't think so. I think we're just going to miss out on points. Alonso stayed with us, isn't he? Ramad Hani, thanks for the follow. Seb, got to go. We'll give the YouTuber a watch. Thanks, man. No worries, buddy. Right, is Alonso going to get past us? Let's just see if this happens, because then we're going to be lapped by a Red Bull. And we'll get out of the way then of that Red Bull. Right, let's carry on. We'll use all this battery. I don't think we've got a chance of points. Let's attack on these tyres. We've only got to do 2 laps. To be honest, we're going to finish 12th or 13th, which is quite an achievement with how banged up the car is, I would say. We're going to be on quite worn tyres on this final lap, but absolutely fine. Will Alonso be able to get us? Hopefully not. George Russell has won it then. We haven't seen much of this race, of course, but there we go. George Russell wins it. Leclerc is second, Verstappen third. But Colapinto, with what is now a major fault on his engine at 10%, has somehow managed to drag that car to P12. I don't quite know how that's happened, but there you go. We didn't see much of it because I'm keen to get an actual race on the stream tonight. But Colapinto will take that P12. And we'll get straight in to the next one. Honestly, I'll be ego here and say myself, Bestie or Russell, no worries.
Sometimes I think you just have to accept that it's not going to be your race.
Right, here we go then. Let's see the full classification. Russell wins it. Leclerc second. Max Verstappen third. Oscar Piastri fourth. Kimi Antonelli fifth. Lando Norris sixth. Lewis Hamilton seventh. Yuki Tsunoda eighth. Good race from Albon up 3 to 9th. And Sainz 10th. So double points for Williams, which will be bad for us in the constructors, which we'll see shortly. Franco Colapinto, still, as I say, with a banged up car, was up 2 places to 12th. As we saw, Maloney had to retire. So Drivers' Championship, George Russell, we're in a 20 race season. This was race 11, so across the halfway point, and he's having a good time of it. George Russell extends the gap on what is now Max Verstappen in second. Lewis only scoring 6 points. Charles Leclerc 4th. Oscar Piastri 5th. Lando Norris 6th. Still, you'd have to say anyone in that top 6 is in with a chance, but it's looking good for Russell. But only 40 points between the top 4, so very interesting in the top 4. The McLaren drivers dropping away a little bit. Kimi Antonelli 7th. Alonso 8th. Yuki's 9th. Same Maloney still 10th. And no change down here. Constructors has not changed either, so it's Ferrari, Mercedes, McLaren, Red Bull, Aston Martin, Maserati. So we've scored 18 points, and as I say, that Williams double points finish is not good for us because they get to 13, so now within 5 points of us. RB 8th, and then Alpine, Sauber, and Haas. Any pit stop timings? No. Right, let us crack on then, get into the next one. And obviously, Maloney didn't do his sponsorship performance achievement there either, so not good. Lindblad, definitely my favourite. Met him at the F3 last year in Spa. Mad that he's 3 months younger than me. And in F2, yeah, he's having a good time of it, is Lindblad. I'm quite excited by him. I wonder if he'll even be into that RB, the Racing Bull, next year, to be fair. Alright, what have we got next? So we're in Spa next, only 4 days. There's not going to be too much we have to do. Poor engine, well, that's an understatement. Got a failed suspension. Let's get a replacement in there. Underfloor. Right, we need to design a new suspension then, manufacture a new suspension, although we've got one being designed. So when is that going to be done? 19 days. It's a bit touch and go, really. Let's just do two, just in case. Much money. We've only got 2 million in the bank. Chassis, we've got 3, got 4 front wings, got 4 rear wings, 3 side pods, 2 underfloors, 2 suspensions. We have got an underfloor underway, 13 days, so that's fine. Cool, that's going to be fine. And we just need to change the engine parts, which we'll do in a moment. Is this the 2025 DLC? It is indeed. It is indeed. Good position with such a damaged engine. Yeah, that was surprising to finish P12 somehow. But here we go. We are straight into this one. In Spa then, we're going to go 18th on hire with Franco and 18th on hire with Zane Maloney. Let's get some setup on the car.
This
working
weekend,
with
we're in
so
Belgium,
nice to have the
in
nice engine. You should
picturesque
hire me as a
province of
reserve.
Liège.
How
Halfway
much you
through the
want?
season,
How much you want,
it's too early
bestie?
to call the championship.
You work for free? Right. Engine. Right, we can still run that. Right, chat, please remind me to change these parts when we get to quali, please. Run plan, let's just... We're gonna skip free practice, save a bit of time so we can get back on track. Car setup. I want a lower front wing, really. And we go there. And that should be about right. Now, what did I put on him? 10, 3.5, 10. This is normally works around Spa. Should get them close to the window at least. Plan 29. Yeah, that's fine. Right, let's simulate that. I don't know, check my name, Frederick Vesti. Oh, I know it's you, Frederick. I have a problem with the DLC that the calendar goes back to normal in the second season, and when I change this myself, it bugs when I get to Bahrain. Do you know a fix? I do not, and I've not... This is the first season I've used the mod, so I'm not into the second season yet, so hopefully I don't encounter that. But we shall see. Okay, what do we want to do here? Let's try that, see if we go the right way on that. Yeah, hard tyre. I set up, he's at 84, okay. I feel Right, let's go with that. Let's go with that. See if we get closer. Don't know why I switched the medium there, but there you go. Let's simulate that one. Alright, both at 91%. This needs to go back there. Right, I feel that's it. That will get the job done. Is that who we just done? That's who we've just done. Optimal. Okay, so we need to go tire camber up, ideally. Not too confident on that one, but let's see. Let's simulate that final session. If you don't like having to try getting a high setup, use the F1 calculator. It helps a lot. What's the F1 calculator, Wendy? I don't mind trying to get the setups myself. I normally do it on track, to be fair, but that's not going to be that most thrilling
and the drivers will
for the stream after that race. So I think we'll get them pretty close with that. Max, I can never get that high setup. Most I've gotten is like 96. I can get normally 100% most times, especially if I play through the practice sessions, but I appreciate not everyone wants to do that. But there we go. We've got Maloney to 98%. Colapinto to 97%, so not too bad. Can't see their track acclimatization, but I'd say it's pretty good because they've got high confidence, which gives them a nice boost to their stats. Let's change the car parts, so we don't have that same issue for this next race. There we go. He's got some nice fresh car parts there. Both of them will have fresh-ish car parts for this one. Right, there we go then. Finally, it never happened. Let's see how we go then in this one as we go to Spa and start qualifying. I'll send them both out straight away, get a lap in. Bit of traffic to contend with. 30 flat, 31.9 to Maloney. Lots of traffic. And Colapinto just got traffic as well. That is highly annoying. Need to try and find a space for them here. Right. I feel now is the moment. Science is locked up. Right, 30 flat again. 30.8 for Maloney though, so I feel like Maloney's had traffic again somewhere there. Where is Zane, sorry. They've got no traffic now. It's a website I use. It gives you setups, allow much easier time in getting hundreds and... Ah, gotcha. So it just gives you some good setups to put in straight away. Makes sense. Yeah, I don't mind playing through it, just figuring it out myself, to be honest with you. Right, what's that second sector? 41.3, 42.1. Maloney's miles off the pace. Bit of traffic right at the end of the lap for Colapinto. Not ideal. There's a lot of traffic, as you can see, because Ocon's in 17th, 3.2 seconds off the pace. So we're not the only ones encountering traffic, and that's shown by us going to P7. Here comes Maloney. He's going to be quite a bit off his teammate, I'd imagine, here. 17th. So work to do. Work to do here.
At the moment we are P17.
Try to push during the in-lap.
Yep.
Renz, what graphics are those? They're part of the 2025 PC mod, so if you download it, it updates the graphics as well. Alright, let's go back out then. Final runs. Do you do 2 flying laps? Yeah, we're going to have to go again. I don't do 2 flyings on the same run though. Same fuel load, if that makes sense. Right, let's have a look then. Maloney, 30.1. That's better. 30 flat for Colapinto. Both going quicker through that first sector. Maloney, I think Hadjar's on a flyer. So I think we're going to be fine for traffic this time. Yeah, we're looking pretty good for traffic. So let's see what these second sector times are going to be. Science is actually finished. Norris, Ocon, Lawson, Colapinto is safely through. So Colapinto is going to be through to Q2. It's all about Maloney now, who's going quicker again. 42.1. That's still slow, isn't it, through there? 42. He's really struggling through that middle sector, is Maloney. Max in. Spa can never get a good middle sector. Yeah, well, that seems to be the problem for Maloney because, again, no traffic there. 42.1. Colapinto didn't improve, but Maloney was still 8 tenths off that middle sector alone. Maloney is still improving on his time though, but not enough. And that is quite disappointing for him to see himself in 20th while his teammate is up in P5. Maloney 1.3 seconds slower. We did put the correct car parts on, didn't we, chat? Naz, thanks for the rose and thanks for the follow. Hope you're well. Now, I'm panicking again. I'm going to lose my job. Maloney's 21st. Right, we won't see now, but I'm pretty confident I put the parts on his car, but that is a million miles off for Maloney there, isn't it? Miles off the pace. Right, let's use scrub set of tyres just to set a banker lap.
Okay, green.
And then we'll go back out on track for our full flying lap. Antonelli's locked up. Yeah, Renz, it's in the episodes of this series. It's in the video description, a link to the mod. So do check that out. And we've got a red flag and no one set a lap. And Antonelli, after a lockup, looks like he's binned it. So Kimi Antonelli's had a bit of an issue here in Q2. Oh, yeah, really lost the back end.
I lost the car.
And that could be a gearbox. I'll be surprised if it wasn't. So that's one less place Colapinto's got to make up. And, let's see. He's not been too bad, judging by Q1, the pace he had in the car. Right, let's set another banker lap then. So we're at least going to qualify P15 with Franco. Can we get any higher? Let's wait and see. We'll jump on board for his actual flying lap. He's P1, but he's the only one to set a lap time, of course. Let's wait and see. And that's on a scrub set. Wendy, I wish these mods worked on console too. Yeah, it's a real shame for console players across all games that you can't get access to mods. Makes a big difference to a lot of games. Can really change a game with mods. You viewed, welcome back. Welcome back. Right, Colapinto, is he going to make a run for Q3 here then? Coming out in a group of cars, so traffic should be alright. And we'll be looking for some green sectors once we get underway here. We do go green through that first sector. I think that was the time he kind of set in Q1. 30 flat. So hopefully green sectors all the way then for Franco Colapinto. Antonelli, as we saw, has lost it. He's crashed out. Alonso's finished. We've got to find 6 tenths on Fernando, though. And top 3 have finished, but everyone else is still going. So let's wait and see. We're going to be one of the last across the line, apart from Yuki. Yuki will be the very last across the line. Liam Lawson's finished. P9, we've got to find a couple of attempts on him. Hulkenberg's finished. Hopefully we're going to see a green middle sector. But we're not. That's a problem. The middle sector seems to be an issue. Ocon's finished as well. So is Albon, I'd expect Albon to go quicker, and he does. So can we find at least a couple of attempts to get past Gasly and Lawson here? Franco Colapinto to the line. What are we going to set in Q2? No, he's not improved. Ah, that was an anticlimax there. I really thought we were going to improve by a tenth or two and sneak into Q3, but in the end, we don't improve. And there we go, confirmation. P12 though, just outside the points again, and with an actual good engine, ERS and gearbox in the car for this one. Let's see what happened in Q3. It's the Monegasque man, Charles Leclerc puts it on pole. George Russell, the championship leader though, not far away in P2. Yuki Tsunoda out-qualifies Max, 3rd and 4th for the Red Bulls. Fernando Alonso 5th, the 2 McLarens 6th and 7th. And Alex Albon 8th, Stroll 9th, and Liam Lawson 10th. Where did Hamilton go out? I've completely missed that. There, is that a Q1? That's a Q1 elimination, isn't it, for Lewis there? So Lewis having a bad day in Spa, no doubt, with the traffic as well. Let's us have a look at strategy then, and we'll get into this race in Spa. Max, last chance for Q3. Yeah, it didn't quite work out for us there, did it? Oh, we've got heavy rain. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Right, here we go. Right. Okay, so rainfall from about lap 13. And then it's going to be full wet probably from about lap 25, I suggest. So lap... Yeah, these softs got to get us to at least lap 15. Yeah, I think softs is the way to go then. To be honest with you, that's probably right what they've done there. That is, that's fine. Normally we change the default, but yeah, absolutely fine with it. We can play around with it depending when the rain actually hits, but what we're looking at here is we're looking at a track graph. As you can see, from about lap 13, the rainfall will start, but it won't cross over till it enters somewhere between lap 15 to 18, it looks like. That can always get pushed back a bit. Then it's really going to be inters all the way until about lap 25 to 30. And it's whether you want to hang on to those inters until here. Till this next peak. Because it will drop again where inters will work. So it's going to be full wet. The full wets are going to have, what, 24... They're going to have 6 or 7 laps in them. So it's whether we might take a gamble, for example, when it gets to lap 24, 25, rather than coming wet, we might stay on the inters all the way till lap 32, 33. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll keep the strategy as it is there. Let us do this. But this could be an interesting one for us. We might have a chance, sneaky chance of points. Let's see how we go then as we get underway in Spa. Takes you on at least 15, 16 laps of softs till the rain shows up. Yeah, I mean... Where was that rain? Yeah, so it starts about there. So yeah, I think inters are probably going to be somewhere between 18 and 20. These softs will easily get us to... The softs would easily get us to lap 20. So I think we're comfortable on those. Cool. Right, let's crack on then. Let me know predictions for this one. Colapinto and Maloney. Hopefully better than last time. Although Colapinto still finished 12th with a broken engine there.
Anticipation is really building.
It's really fun to watch. Thanks, buddy.
In attendance are
Right, here we go. We've actually got good engines in the car this time.
Excitement in the crowd here.
Let's see how we go. Russell is pointing to the inside, trying to attack Charles Leclerc as the lights are held. And we're underway then.
Away we go.
Colapinto P12, Maloney P20. Is everyone on the soft tyres? They are, apart from Hadjar and Ollie Behrman, the only 2 drivers to stick on the mediums. Colapinto just about hanging on. No, he's on through to P11. I thought he was hanging on to P12, but in a matter of moments there, he's through on doing to P11. So good start. He's 1 position. Maloney P19. And this is all going to be about when that rain falls. Of course, only 44 laps around Spa, but track time is the same. It's a much longer lap, and that'll be even longer with the rainfall. Be pushing on to 2 minutes or so. But Colapinto starts well then, gains a position. Russell is into the lead, the championship leader. That's exactly what he wants. We've got to be careful with these tyres though. We can't burn them up because... You know, it's not like being on a dry tyre and a full race being dry where we can sacrifice and come in a couple of laps earlier if we abuse the tyre. Because we can't come in early until that rain hits. So we're going to have to be careful with this. Let's just defend the position as well if we can. Max hoping not for retirement. I hope so. Hopefully not. And if you're jumping into the stream, you haven't already, do smash that like button and be sure to follow or subscribe. Super appreciated. All right, just want Franco to keep in the DRS of Lawson. Lawson's having a good race in terms of getting into the top 10. But RB. All right, DRS enabled. So we won't get it on this first DRS zone, but we will get it on the next one. Lawrence, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated, buddy. All right, let's go to standard then, because as I said, I don't want to use that tyre too much. Oh, Albon was on the mediums as well. I missed Albon on the mediums, and he's the only one in the top 10 on that medium. Oh, Franco. Getting very close to Liam Lawson here, and he's going to have the inside. Liam Lawson got no DRS to defend with, and Franco Colapinto is about to put his car up into P10, is he? He is indeed, and Lawson is squeezed on the inside. That might put him under pressure from doing, but no, he's survived that. But Franco Colapinto into P10 then. That's good work from him. And Maloney's still bogged down in P19. So Maloney might be the one to what we risk it with. In terms of where we said about staying out on those inters for longer than we should really. He might be the one we risk that with. Alright, let's use a bit of deployment. Mazepin come back soon, Gully Flap, no chance. Lawson ran wide there, he did indeed. Wow, we're really getting pushed now, aren't we? All of them are pushing suddenly. That's that middle sector again, isn't it? Seem to be slow through that middle sector. We're going to be under real pressure here because they're all going to have DRS, apart from one man here. That man is our man, Franco Colapinto. So we may as well just accept defeat here. We can abuse a lot of the battery. I'd rather keep that and filter back in and use the DRS on them next lap. But Alex Albon has pulled 4 seconds here. He's loving life out there. So we're going to be perilous here to Jack Doohan. Hopefully it's just, oh, fingers crossed it'll only be one position we lose here. But we're going to have perhaps an Alpine on the inside, an RB on the outside. This could be trouble. All 3 fit. Oh, I don't think they do quite fit. And Doohan has to concede, but Lawson gets 2 for 1 there and moves back into the top 10.
Keep focus on our race.
And Antonelli is past Maloney. So Antonelli obviously started from the pit lane there, did he? Or right at the back, which we've missed. And Maloney is down to P20. Maloney perhaps having a confidence issue at the moment because he's not being able to match Colapinto across the last 2 race weekends. There's everyone on the soft side. Lawson, Doohan, Gasly, they're all attacking on their tyres, to be fair. They will be absolutely screwed if that rain is delayed, though, and that's the only reason why I'm being a bit cautious. Albon's pulled a 6-second gap. He's hanging on to the leaders, isn't he? Benefiting from the DRS. So already this might be a race for P10, but the problem with that is we're going to have Hamilton and Antonelli come through the pack. But here we go. We're going to get DRS in return then. 87% tyre life. We've got 7% margin on Liam Lawson, and we're through on Lawson. I'm going to push him nice and wide. Lawson's liking the outside of the racetrack so far. But again, we've probably got that move done too early because we're going to give the DRS straight back to Liam Lawson. Can't believe the pace of Albon and Stroll ahead of us. 9 seconds was the lead there nearly. Just looked like it was flickering there, so it's actually 7 seconds. But here comes Liam Lawson again on the inside. Colapinto doesn't want to give this up, though. He's going to be strong in his defence. These two still side by side. Franco Colapinto on the outside. It's a big lock-up from Pierre Gasly behind us.
At the moment, they are doing well.
Luckily, he was locking up off the track as Maloney is past Adjar.
Now this was the 7th corner.
All kicking off.
It's there for the taking.
And Maloney on the outside of Hadjar. I wonder if he's got past Gasly as well here. No, he hasn't. He's right behind him. And here is that big lockup that we saw from Gasly.
Right, let's have a look
Fighting with his teammate Doohan. And just a massive lockup on that front right.
They were just unable.
And that's not good when you need to look after your tyres. waiting for rain, 70%. That's going to be a big issue for him now. Right, Colapinto is staying on Liam Lawson then. Got another yellow flag. Russell has got some damage. Got a virtual... Russell's out! The championship leader is out of the race in Spa.
Not looking good for Charles Leclerc.
Charles Leclerc obviously involved because Crofty's mentioned his name. What has happened? Oh, Charles Leclerc's locked up into the back of him. I take it Charles out. I didn't even see Charles in there.
And just like
So I'm completely blind and not seeing Charles in there. No, Charles is still in the race. He must be heavily damaged. Oh, heavily damaged is an understatement. Look at that for a Ferrari. That's a great aero package that they're running in Spa. Not ideal in Spa, I'd suggest.
Good job. Gasly in front of you.
He's got nothing holding on to the rear with. What has happened to that Ferrari? That is comical. That is comical. But what is good is we're into P10. Alright, we need to just calm down. It's all getting a bit exciting out here. Russell is out, the championship leader. That's going to open up the championship battle. But Leclerc has got a penalty. He's got half a car left. That is great. Points are on the cards now. Yeah, definitely. The sure the cloud's getting darker. The rain is on the way. Yeah, and this means the rain will. We can save our tyres, so rain will be less of a problem in terms of stretching out the tyres. Right, let's forward this on. Leclerc's surely going to be into the pits. Is he going to be able to keep going, Leclerc? That car is going to be absolutely screwed. So I think either way, Leclerc's not going to finish in the points here. And he is into the pits. Serving his penalty. Are they going to take off a fake nose here? Yeah, there goes the fake one. Alright. So that's a long pit stop. Leclerc's going to be right at the back of the field near enough here. Has that just glitched out? He's not going to have a nose at all now. Oh my god, what's happened? Well, Leclerc's car is glitched for the rest of this race, I guess. Right, first his safety car ended. We're caught on our toes a bit there, looking at Leclerc's comical car. But we should be alright. There we go. A lot of Leclerc still leading, considering they mainly have a Ferrari car now.
Copy.
Right, so Colapinto now rides in a P9. Russell is out. We have still got Hamilton and Antonelli likely to come back past us, so that would drop us down to P11. So I think we're probably fighting Lawson here for P10 today. But who knows, because anything else could happen here. It's, we've not even got to the rain yet. Yeah, so lap 13 is when we're expecting rain. But that was pretty comical, wasn't it? Maloney up to P16 after all that. And we want to try and get past Lawson now and just really push on if we can. Try and get closer to Stroll if possible. And if you're on the stream, if you haven't already, do press that like button. It really does help me out. Pushes the channel to a wider audience and super appreciated. Right, here comes Colapinto then. He's going to get a nice run. And hopefully that's going to allow him to move into what will be P8. And then we'll see if we can push down the road and break that DRS. Very difficult to do on this game, certainly on this track is one of the difficulties. Come on, Franco, you've got to be more aggressive. He's just going to sit behind him again for another lap. Not great from Franco there. Oh, he's gone and got it done now, isn't he? As Maloney's past Gasly,
down at turn 7.
who had that big old luck up, lost DRS by the looks of it. Same Maloney making some positions up. Right, Franco has got past. I don't think we're quite going to be able to break that DRS though.
Right there. You can take a look now. Now we're watching the action closely.
Good move, though. Started falling on, wasn't expecting this, and Franco
decide to give
Colapinto
it
on
a
the
go.
inside into P8. Where did Colapinto finish in Hungary? He finished P12 somehow. This has been a great race by Colapinto, fighting with the RB the whole race. Yeah, it'd be nice just to break that DRS, if we could. It's up to 7 tenths, but the problem here, you get a nice slipstream, and that's why it's difficult to break around Spa, because here, although it's not DRS, you get a nice slipstream all the way down here. Just keeps them in contention. So as you can see here, look, he's gaining his Lawson because he's just getting that toe all the way. We'll keep pushing on the battery though, see if we can break this DRS. I think it's going to be difficult to do. Sonoda leads Red Bull 1-2 currently. Alonso in P3. This could really open up the championship. Right, Colapinto, let's see if we can break this DRS. Don't think we can though, because Lawson is all over the back of us. It's so difficult to do round here. And here comes Liam Lawson then. He's going to regain P8. Colapinto's going to try and fight it again, and he does. Right, we'll keep attacking. How are the tyres looking? We can't push them too much, though. 69%. Lawson's are down to 58%, though. Lawson will have to ease off his tyres before we do. But we need him to ease off now. This is the part of the track where we need to break the DRS, but it's just becoming difficult for us. Giovinazzi is a sign. Yeah, he's a good shout.
Leclerc
As
behind.
Gasly is back past Maloney. Not good news there. Leclerc and his damaged Ferrari is now behind Maloney.
Try to go down as much as possible.
And again, look, we can get it to about 7 temps, 8 temps, but then through here, this is where they just get the slipstream. Just can't do it. Can't break it at the moment, unfortunately. Right, has the radar changed at all? I wonder how wet that is going to be. It's right on the edge, isn't it, of Inters? Is anyone... No, everyone's tyre life is abused anyway, so they can't stretch it out. I feel I'm going to try the Inters, though, Maloney. Inters from here. Got to be Inters at the end, though.
No problem, no problem. Car behind his signs.
Interesting. Right, here comes Lawson then for another attack. And is Colapinto going to be able to find? Colapinto cuts the corner. I feel like we got that one done off track. I continue this fight with Liam Lawson. But look at the traffic behind us. We've got Kimi Antonelli there now. Hamilton as well. So as I say, I think this will end up a fight for P10. What happened to both Ferraris? Hamilton, I think, got traffic, was knocked out in Q1, and Leclerc has smashed into Russell, retiring Russell, and he's now got a damaged car as Leclerc. Right, what's tyre life now? Lawson, 49%. He's going to go backwards at some point here, I'm sure of it. But we just cannot shake him. Let's carry on. We're going to get the same situation. Although it's going to be Lewis Hamilton, the car behind shortly, and that's going to be more difficult for us. Your Maserati is the only car that is Ferrari powered in the points. Oh yes it is, indeed. We're leading the way for Ferrari powered cars today. Alright, we can use a bit more fuel because we'll gain it back in the wet weather. Steintz has passed Maloney. Maloney's P18, not having a great race back there. But we're going to focus on Franco. And I think Lawson's going to be too far behind this time to even make the move. Yes, he is. Right, can Colapinto push on this time? So we've got another yellow flag. As Jack Doohan is locked up. Had his teammate lock up earlier. Now it's Doohan's time.
Good job. At the moment we are P17.
All right, Maloney is back. Oh, well, he's past doing with doing locking up. Lawson again. Look, we're trying to attack. We just cannot shake Liam Lawson, who's got Hamilton all over him now. Stroll has just picked up some damage by the looks of it, or an issue. We've got a second on Lawson, but that won't last, unfortunately, because he's going to get this toe. He's down to 42% tyre life, though. He's really abusing those tyres. Although it might just last. We might just break the DRS this time round. It'll be very close. The only problem is with breaking the DRS is it's going to allow Hamilton to get straight past him. Alright, we do break the DRS, but Hamilton's going to be right with us very shortly. We should have rain full very soon. Look, Hamilton is already there with us. That's how quickly Hamilton has got past Lawson. Used the DRS on the start-finish straight. Got it up here. And he's straight past us. But we're not really fighting Lewis today. We're fighting Lawson and whoever else for P10. There is definitely a chance of points here. I've got another yellow. What has happened here? Sainz and Gasly now? Gasly is not moving.
What's happened with Gasly there?
What is going on in this race? Here Gasly. Sainz is on the inside of him. Oh, he's just clipped into the side pods. And Gasly goes down to dead last. Sainz has got damage. Stroll has got damage. Leclerc's got damage. Gasly's got damage. Might not be anyone left at this rate. Colapinto, 2 seconds behind Hamilton, but he's got 2 seconds in favour of Lawson. And Lawson's tyres are shot. Yep. Lawson's going to really struggle here before this rain gets here. Let's forward on then to this rain. Savage comment, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Time penalty then for Gasly for that collision. Antonelli now the car behind. Again, we're not fighting Antonelli. He's 4 seconds back. But we do expect him to get past us. Lawson puncture maybe. Yeah, it depends how low. I don't think they'll get that low because I think he's probably gone on conserve now. That's why he's dropped off quite significantly.
You are doing a good job there.
And Maloney's got an overtake done at the back there on Hadjar. And he's got a chance of Carlos Sainz, whose tyres probably a shot. Sainz may get a puncture though. 20% tyres on Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz's tyre is about to blow, and that is going to be absolutely awful, because if he has to pit before the wet weather, Sainz is going to get a puncture here, I'm sure of it. We'll wait and see. He's got to try and hang it out until the rain comes. Sainz has got a puncture. Oh no. Absolutely awful for Carlos Sainz. He's going to have to limp back to the pits. Will he put inters on even though it's not raining? Because he's only going to have those dry tyres on for about 2 laps if not. Colapinto, Antonelli now 1.4. Leclerc, his car is bugged out because we do know he has actually got a front wing on that. Maybe he has got pace because he's now only 3.5 seconds off us. So it's obviously glitched out. It's not showing his front wing, but we saw him put on a new front wing, so we know he has got one. So maybe we're not on for points here yet. Because, yeah, Leclerc's certainly got some pace in that car.
Are you ready?
Sainz, look how far back he is. When's this rain coming now? We need this rain. Here comes Antonelli. He's going to be getting past us. Antonelli then on the inside. Is Colapinto going to try and fight it? No, he lets him go. As they're not really fighting Colapinto, but yeah, Leclerc's pace is worrying. OPGO Racing, hello buddy, how's it going? And Maloney is up into P15. He is now 8 seconds off Lawson though, quite a margin.
You can push more.
Right, we want the rain now, and it is starting to rain. Let's attack on these. But yeah, Leclerc is going to get past us here. So, although it's showing Leclerc's got no nose and front wing, he has in fact got a nose and front wing on that. We saw it in the pit stop, but that collision he's had has glitched the car out, so that's a shame. He has still got damage, but it's not that significant by the looks of it. So that's a bit guttering for us, so we're going to need a little bit more drama ahead of us. Because if not, we're on the way to P11 here. Right, what do we do here? It's going to be Inters, really, isn't it? 0.2. Carlos starting to get back to the pitch yet? No, he hasn't. Or did he just not stop? Has he stayed out on that puncture? I think he stayed out on that puncture. Fair enough. Fair enough, Carlos. Right, when do we pit? Let's have a look. Leclerc has passed us. We're P11. That is a little bit frustrating. Gasly into the pits. This lap seems a bit too early, doesn't it? No, it's got to be this lap. Got to be this lap. Inters. Inters for both then this lap. As we're still fighting with Charles, though, to be fair. Leclerc in a go-kart in this race, yeah. I don't know what's happened there. I've never seen that one before, that glitch, but there we go. All right, everyone is pitting then, and I'd expect everyone is pitting for the intermediate tyre. Yeah, everyone is on the Inters then.
I'm in the pit lane.
Now Charles might jump us here because... No, he doesn't. That's good. There we go. Still working that car. Right, Colapinto out on the Inters then. Now I've got Maloney coming in as well. Maloney might try and stretch him out. We'll see. .8. All right, there we go. Colapinto. It's got Leclerc on him. All right, we can attack on those. Maloney, I might go... let's get some heat into them.
More push, more push.
Copy.
Right, so we're expecting to probably pit again. Lap 24, 25. But it is going to dip to Inters at the end. With Maloney...
At the moment we are P15.
Hear me out. What am I trying to do here? What did I want to have a look at? Maloney. I might try and keep Maloney on the Inters the whole race. Depends how slow he is during that really wet spell. But I think basically we're just forwarding on now till we get to lap 22. Because we're not going to have the pace to keep Charles behind us by the looks of it. We'll keep battling him, but it looks like we're safe in P11. We need something to happen ahead of us, or we need to have a bit of pace on Albon maybe. Albon's not too far away. Right, here comes Leclerc then. Is he going to get this done? Obviously no DRS now. So it's going to be a little bit harder for him. But yeah, I'm not really thinking we're fighting Leclerc now. Maloney's got 3 seconds on Hadjar behind him, and he's 7 seconds off Lawson ahead of him.
Tires are getting there.
Copy.
I think Leclerc is likely to get past us. I just want to forward on until we get to that heavier rain, see what we can do with Maloney here. Colapinto still about 4 seconds off Albon, still keeping Leclerc behind us to be fair. And Maloney not really doing much, is he? When's that heavier rain coming in? Maybe we could just attack with Colapinto. Leclerc finally gets past Colapinto then. Here we go. Charles getting the move done on Franco. need to think what we can do here to try and stay into this. Albon's just lapped his teammate Sainz. I think we abuse Colapinto's inters. But Maloney, I'm thinking about trying to run this into all the way through here. Another yellow flag. Lawson running wide. He's dropped more time behind us. Right, tyres overheating, that's fine, we can monitor that. Another yellow flag.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
Antonelli has crashed. This could be good for us. Kimi Antonelli, is he going to have to box because of this? Oh dear, hello.
I lost the car.
It's gone through the barrier. And he just came back. What's the strategy? Is it rain all the way? It was dry until a few laps ago. Now it's inters and then it's going to turn to wet. Antonelli, now the car ahead of Colapinto though. And Antonelli looks like his damage is quite severe, so that could open up P10 again. It's Carlos Pitch, yeah. Yes. He did finally pit by the looks of it, and he's a lap down on, I think, up to P... What is it now? P11. Top 11 have lapped Carlos Sainz. And Antonelli does have to pit. That is big. That's big news for us. Antonelli is into the pits. There we go. End plate on his wing and more on the right-hand side is gone. It's going to be a slow stop as well because of that front wing change. It's a very slow stop. Is Maloney going to be past him? I think he will, you know. He will. So Antonelli absolutely has binned that one. Down to P15. So Colapinto might have a lonely race in P10, but I'll take that, to be honest with you. Maloney, he's not going to get points, so we may as well try something bold and just keep him on the inters all the way through this weather. Colapinto has really just got to match those behind him to secure a point. I don't want to risk anything with Franco, but Maloney, we can be a little bit bolder. And that heavier rainfall should start in the next lap or so. Addy, Maloney overcut. Well, I'm thinking Maloney total overcut, as in he's not going to pit at all. I'm just going to keep him on those inters all the way to the end. If he ends up finishing 20th, then so be it, because he's 15th now, so it's not going to make a massive difference. Colapinto, P10, he's got 8 seconds. It's how quickly Antonelli can come back into it, I guess. How significant that damage is. Other than Antonelli, I don't think anyone can bring a challenge to Franco for P10. And yeah, Maloney, I think just stay out. Risk it. Risk it and stay out and see what he can do. Halfway through this one then, and it's looking good for Franco Colapinto. Antonelli is now, what's that, about 5.769, about 17 seconds off Colapinto, so nothing to worry about at the moment.
Window is open.
Pit window is open, but we're not pitting yet. It's weather dependent, of course. Heavy rainfall's not quite started. It's about to in a minute's time. And here it comes. Here it comes. So we might see a few pit stops onto the wet tyres here. Good luck. Have to go. We'll tune into the next stream. No worries, Max. Have a good one. Have a good rest of your week. We'll be back on Friday if you want to check in then. Much appreciated. What's everyone's tyres looking like? Maloney. Yeah, Colapinto's in line with everyone else. Colapinto. Yeah, he's dropping off the pace quite significantly, but he's still got a good margin on those behind. Alright, we're getting close to full wets, it looks like. It's not going to be for very long, is it? I think I'm just going to match what the rest of the grid does with Franco. Piastri is in now. He's surely going on some wets. Yeah. Oscar Piastri is the first onto the wet tyre then, I believe. No, Sainz has gone early this time, so Sainz has had another pit. Right, Stroll in as well. Alright, as I say, I think we match. We've just missed the pit lane though, so Hulkenberg will be able to get the jump on us here. Is Hulkenberg pitting? I don't think he is. Maloney we're going to keep out. Alright, Hulkenberg didn't pit. Did Antonelli pit? No. It's not going to last for too long though, is it? But then this is going to be wet. So yeah, I think we go wets now and then we go through the wets in that next interspell. Or do we just match behind us? I don't know if they pit though, do we? Stroll's on the wets and he's flying actually. But he was ahead of us, wasn't he? Yeah, because we're in P9, so that's fine. Right, let's get Franco in then.
Copy.
And Leclerc's in as well. Here comes Colapinto then. I'm expecting Hulkenberg, Ocon, Lawson, Antonelli maybe to come in now. If they don't, they're going to try and see it out them. 2.9, pretty slow stop for us. Yeah, they've all stayed out, so these guys are going to see it through on the inters. But it's going to be so slow and treacherous for them out there. Colapinto has actually cleared him, got a yellow. That was when we just pulled away from it. Oh, timing there. F1 TV. Antonelli has been caught up in another collision. It's a spin, so it doesn't look like there was any... No contact by the looks of it.
There it goes. And there'll be words...
Now I'm thinking we get Maloney in because everyone else is going to be struggling ahead of him. I'm going to get Maloney in. I'm going to change my mind on that. Right, unless Hulkenberg, Ocon, Antonelli now box, then I'll keep Maloney out. If they stay out, I'm going to box Maloney here. And they do stay out, so Maloney's going to come in. Oh, slow stop. Oh my god, talk about a slow stop. What is this?
Sorry for that.
10.9.
A pit stop issue.
Well, that goes, that gamble gone. Thanks, pit crew. Lovely work as always. We appreciate it. Thank goodness it wasn't on Colapinto's car, but still. Addy, yeah, if you're going to go full race. Well, yeah, that was the plan to go full race, but then I tried to do an alternative to Ocon, Antonelli and Lawson, but the pit crew has absolutely sabotaged that. The best McLaren Young Driver program is the Alpine one, lol. Look where Oscar came from, yeah. I will not be signing for Alpine. Tayshaun Killer, yeah, that's absolute nightmare. That's absolute nightmare. What else can we do here? We could see this interspell through. So the problem is this is now going to flip back through in favour to Hulkenberg, but then it's going to be wet again. So we're going to have about 4 laps where it's going to be in favour to Hulkenberg on the inters. Oh, that is absolutely guttering for
No lift off.
Copy.
Same Maloney there. Using a bit of battery thing. Right, can we get this done? We probably do need to get this done on Hulkenberg. There we go. It's going to be done. It's going to be done nice and early. Look at that. Whilst we've got this wet weather, we need to push away and build that gap on Hulkenberg, because his inters will come back at us in a couple of laps' time. Hulkenberg really benefiting from the slipstream and tow. We've got to keep him behind us here. He shouldn't keep up through this next part of the track, though. Right, that should be job done. Maloney. So Behrman's on the inters. And he's catching up Behrman. But look, he's going to be 5-6 seconds away from Bortoletto.
Gasly 10 seconds. Do your best.
So Colapinto is building, what, a couple of seconds. But that rainfall is now decreasing. So this is where Hulkenberg's inters are going to come back at him.
Okay, good job there. At the moment we are P18.
Maloney gets past Behrman, but same with him. Behrman's inters will now be better. Not going to last long, though. It's going to be, what, 4 laps, 3 laps? And then they're really going to have to be on to those wet tyres. Jorge, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. GG's Addy. Oh no, Colapinto spun. Franco. Oh, it's burning up.
We've got a yellow flag here.
Franco, we decreased the... Franco, please. Oh no, Franco, that is not good news. No, he's lost 7 seconds to Hulkenberg. It's real bad news for us here. Because there's not much water on the track. The tyres are burning up. They're getting
Try to
hot.
pull down a bit more on your tires.
He's had a spin.
Copy.
Oh, we need this wet weather back. We need this wet weather
Overtake
back.
available.
Copy.
Time to call K-Mag. Adria, thanks for the follow. Yeah, maybe. All right, Antonelli's on us. We've got 7 seconds to Hulkenberg. Oh, we need this weather. We need this weather, chat. Antonelli's within 2 seconds. Come on. Come on. Start to rain again. It's still decreasing. Two minutes until the rainfall. This is really hurting us now. And Hulkenberg's got 8 seconds on us. We've used all the battery, just trying to do as much as we can to keep those behind us. Heavy rainfall just isn't coming. Antonelli's going to be past us. There's nothing we can do. We need the weather. And we've not got it. Oh, this is going bad to worse. Here we go then. Kimi on the inters. We're waiting for the rain to come. And it's not coming. And Kimi Antonelli, after all of his dramas today, he's now back past us. And we're down to P12. We really need that weather to come in. It's going to be Ocon next. All right, it's starting to rain again. Ocon is past us. This is going badly for us.
Now we should be able to take a look
Franco,
here.
please.
It all starts as they reach turn 17. There's the opening.
Oh, we looked good for a point, but this is looking like a struggle now. Right, the rainfall is finally here.
No overtake.
Copy.
Mode attack. Mode attack.
How long is this rain lasting? Right, this is a longer period of rain. But we're 11 seconds off Hulkenberg now. Albon's pitting. Lawson's had a lock-up. Absolutely abuse these wet tyres. Ocon's pitting. Is Hulkenberg going to pit?
There's a yellow flag now.
Ortoletto's had a spin. Everyone's making errors out there. We're still 13 seconds off Hulkenberg. He's going to stay out on those inters. I think Hulkenberg's got this, you know. This isn't going to last long enough, this peak. Hulkenberg's pitting, though. That is odd. Hulkenberg pits. Onto the wets. Why would he do that now? I'm not complaining, but... we've still got to try and get Antonelli again. And that's not looking likely to happen at this rate. What's Antonelli on? 73%. He can just see those out now. Right, we are now starting to gain significantly on Antonelli. Hulkenberg is all over us, though, on his fresh, wet tyres. We're just in a bad position now, chat, because even if we pit for inters towards the end, Hulkenberg's going to have a full pit stop on us here. And plus Antonelli can stay out on his inters, so we're basically done for either way now. We're basically done for either way. We're going to get past Antonelli on track, but let's say his inters can come back at him. And this is going to start dropping again in another couple of laps, so I think we've got to get past him and just stay out on the wets again.
But this is what happened.
Hulkenberg
Nico Hulkenberg
has obviously
there.
just squeezed through there, which is even more frustrating
opens up for
because
them.
he's going to be harder to get past. Yeah, we were just timid into there. Opened the door for Nico Hulkenberg then. And we may well get past Kimi Antonelli. But we need to get past Hulkenberg. And we're slipstreaming the wrong car probably here. Come on, Franco. No, Franco! Yeah, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen for us. Ah, so frustrating. That spin has really cost us. That's what's cost us, Franco's spin. Maloney's going about his business down in P17. Nothing going to happen there. Unless anyone pits in front of him, but I can't see that happening. Colapinto still can't even get past Kimi Antonelli here. I think it might be time to call K-Mag. This is all from Colapinto. He should have been past him a long time ago. The track is wet. It's more suited to wets. And look at that, Hulkenberg's pulled 2 seconds, so we just have no chance of the points now. Colapinto to blame with the spin, and now just not getting the job done on these wet tyres. Finally going to try and make the overtake, but it's all a little bit too late. from Franco, and he's still not managed to really get it done. Colapinto used all the battery as well. And he could have had another World Championship point here today. And Williams are going to pick up more points. And I don't think we'll even hang on to this with Antonelli, because Antonelli's Inters are about to come back at him. He's got such a tyre margin on us. So that's going to be all she wrote, chat. Ah, it looked so good at one moment, and that spin has really just done us. We would have been, what, 8 seconds up the road. So we would have had... Yeah, we had a good 5 seconds on Hulkenberg, 8 seconds on on Antonelli. So we would have definitely scored a point without that spin from Colapinto. But he did spin, and that's going to be it. Maloney as well, poor P17. As I say, Antonelli is going to get past us here because his Inters are about to come back in. Verstappen's going to win it. Haven't even talked about what's happening out front. Verstappen's going to win it. Norris is going to be second. Tsunoda is going to be third. Hamilton fourth. Piastri fifth. So the championship is going to look very interesting off the back of this one. So we'll get into that in a moment. Colapinto is just keeping Antonelli at bay for now. But as I say, that's not going to last long. 3 laps to go. Let's just get this one to the end then. And there we go. Antonelli. Finally, Kimi Antonelli gets that move done. His Inter's now back into the window. And Franco, probably low on confidence, knows that that spin has cost us. Should have been a point. Should have been a point here for us today, but it's going to be P12. And Maloney's just had a lonely race at the back. Verstappen's got a mechanical fault, but I think that's too late for anyone to bother him. And what's Colapinto got behind him? He's back past Antonelli somehow, but there we go. Ocon's 6 seconds or so. Yeah, let's just bring the cars home. Norris is taking significant time out of Verstappen, but it's going to come too late. Have we been lapped in this one? We haven't. Right, the rain has stopped. We're okay on fuel, aren't we? Right, Verstappen has won it then. He wins, and he might be very close to leading this championship. We'll see very shortly. Maloney has still got to finish his whole lap. Colapinto has lost 7. Antonelli's actually got Hulkenberg. So Hulkenberg's tyres have dropped off as well. So after all that, Kimi Antonelli is going to grab a point. Colapinto, though, as I say, he would have been 8 seconds up the road, so I think he would have been good for that point. But instead, it's going to be P12 for Colapinto. As we see Colapinto, let's see him come across the line. Good try, but essentially it was the spin that cost him. So Franco Colapinto comes home in P12. And there we go. What could have been, certainly could have been a point. Maloney's tyres have dropped off the cliff. He's had a really poor weekend, to be fair. We did try and mix it up with his strategy, but he's the last to finish. So it's P12 for us with Colapinto and P17 with Zane Maloney.
There's Alex Albon making his...
Albon scoring big points. So still where the car is normally between... Should be finishing about 13th to 16th. So Colapinto's still done well in that respect. But yeah, we could have scored a point there, I feel. Verstappen up 3 to win it then. And is the championship leader, Russell, crashed out. Lando Norris up 5 to finish second. Yuki Tsunoda 3rd, so a podium for Yuki. Lewis Hamilton, good race. P4, but up 12 places. Oscar Piastri 5th, Alonso 6th, Leclerc 7th, Albon 8th, Stroll 9th, and Kimi Antonelli had a lot of dramas, but still is up 12 places to finish 10th. And as we saw, Colapinto finished where he started in P12, Maloney up 3 to finish 17. Let's have a look at this Drivers' Championship. So as we saw, Russell didn't score and Verstappen not quite enough to take the lead, but it's now even Stevens at the top after, what's that, 12 races, I believe. So we've got 8 to go, and Russell and Verstappen on 204 points apiece. Hamilton not too far away. What's that, 19 points away on 185 points. Then we've got Leclerc, Piastri, and Lando Norris. So, as I say, the McLaren boys only 60 points back. but it looks like it could be any one of the top 4, potentially the top 6 to win this championship. Kimi in 7th, Yuki Tsunoda jumps up to 8th with that podium, Fernando Alonso 9th, Albon jumps up to 10th, which means Maloney has dropped to 11th, Liam Lawson is 12th, Stroll 13th, Colapinto 14th, Sainz 15th, and the rest yet to score. Constructors, Ferrari still leading the way, but McLaren are getting closer, and Mercedes dropped just 1 point scored today with Kimi in 10th and George Russell not scoring, so they're now in 3rd. Red Bull 4th, Aston Martin in a lonely 5th. We remain 6th on 18 points, but it's now just 1 point. Albon taking 4 points, so Williams close within 1 point of ourselves. RB 8th, Alpine, Kick-Sauber, and Haas yet to score. And we did actually get 2 points in the pit stops, and we remain 10th in that one. We will get our sponsorship achievement for that one as well, which is lovely jubbly. But that is going to bring this one to a close. So a bit of a rookie error there in Hungary, but we got through it. And Spa, we were in with a chance for a point there with Franco, but unfortunately it's a spin that really cost him. And yeah, unfortunately, that spin cost us the chance for 10th place. But thanks again for dropping into the stream. That's going to bring this one to a close. We stream this every Tuesday and Friday, so we will be back on Friday to continue the series. Thanks for all the support, the likes and the comments, and just for sitting back and watching and enjoying the stream. I really do appreciate it.